Hey everybody, it's Jess. Jess, J, whatever. Hey everybody, it's Jess and welcome to Simply Me, Simply Gorgeous. And today's topic is going to be one that I've been wanting to film about for a while, and I haven't set up my little backdrop and all that stuff, so y'all are gonna have to forgive me. But
since my makeup is on point and my son is asleep, I'm gonna go ahead and get this video out the way.
You know what I mean? Okay, so I wanted to talk to you guys about how I deal with depression. I've been dealing with depression since I probably was about, I can remember probably about 13, 14 is probably when it started, and I didn't really know what it was, and I didn't talk about it, and I just kind of kept it to myself. But I would have these moments where I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to be around people. I just kind of wanted to be to myself. I just felt really alone, even though I had friends, I had people I could talk to, that sort of thing. It was just a feeling that you get that you're not really in a good space. You're not really worthy of being here. You don't have the energy to do what you normally would do. I just kind of thought that maybe that was just because I was a loner. I like to be to myself. I'm an introvert, so I'm not really around people, that sort of thing. So I just took it that that's what it was, and I kind of just dealt with it. A lot of people didn't know. I've been very good at hiding my depression. I don't talk about it a lot. I don't discuss it a lot. There are just times when I get in a really bad space. I just want to be by myself. I'll cry. I just want to lay in bed. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want anybody around me, that sort of thing. And it's part of the reason why I have not been on YouTube for a minute. And I'm trying to get out of it. I'm still not 100% back to being myself, but I'm dealing with it every day, and every day gets a little bit better, but that's not necessarily the case for a lot of people. The thing about it is I can sense when it's coming on, but I can't stop it. A lot of people think that with depression, you can just kind of get yourself out of a funk. You'll be able to function well. You'll be able to do this and do that. You just got to get yourself in the mindset that you're okay. And that's not, it's not true. It's just not. I can tell myself every morning when I get up that everything is fine, that I'll be okay, that life is great, and I still be in a funky mood. The only difference is that now I've been able to push past it and deal with it because I have a family. I gotta go to work. I can't just stay at home. You know, I don't work from home. I'm not that I could just like go in a bubble. So I kind of have to make it seem like, you know, everything is okay. I deal with people. I deal with kids. I don't want to put that energy, that negativity off onto others. But it's hard. It really is hard. There are times when I'm not feeling it. I don't sleep. I stay up late. I cry. I don't know how to function. But I want to give you guys, or at least tell you guys, some of the ways that I have learned to cope with my depression and how I have kind of gotten myself out of not out of being depressed, but not being so depressed. So the first thing I always do every morning when I'm like in a funk and I don't want to get out of bed is that I come in a mirror, I look at myself, and I tell myself I'm beautiful. I tell myself I'm worthy, that I'm good enough, that regardless of whatever my mind is telling me at the moment, it's not true. I'm better than what I think I am. And I tell myself all the things that I've accomplished, all the things I have to look forward to, all the things I have to live for. Have my kids, you know, they're my babies. I love them to death. Those are things that I talk about to myself when I get in this mood. I'll always constantly look at myself and tell myself, Jess, you're worthy. You're better than you think you are. You know, I have to constantly tell myself these things because a lot of times when you're in those funks and in those depressions and in those moods, you don't think you're worthy enough. You don't think you're good enough. You don't think that you're better than you think you're miserable, you think you're unworthy, you think that everybody will be better off without you. Those are the type of thoughts that go through my head when I'm depressed. And I have to constantly tell myself, no, those aren't true. This is this is who you are. Depression is not one of those things that goes away. You constantly have to deal with it. You constantly have to work at it. You constantly have to go through the emotions and just deal. I'm not the type of person that wants to be on medication. I hate taking medicine. So I don't want to be on medication to deal with it. I don't want anybody to see anything less of me. And I feel like, if you love me, if you truly care about me, you'll be able to deal when I have these moments. I do try to get out of it. Like I said, I don't try to stay in a funk, but sometimes I can't help it. Sometimes I can't. You can't override it. Like sometimes, especially when I'm home and I'm in my house, this is my comfort space. So if I'm not feeling it, it's more likely to show when I'm at home and by myself, or even with the kids and that sort of thing. So that's the first thing I do. I talk to myself. I give myself positive affirmations about how I am. That's the first thing. The second thing I do is I try to do something that I like. Something that I feel like I love, like, I can really get into. Like today I woke up, I'll tell you, because this is the perfect time to tell you guys. So if you guys don't know, or if you haven't been following me for a while, or you don't follow me on social media, 4 years ago on June 15th, I gave birth to a little boy, and he was 16 weeks. I was 16 weeks pregnant when my water just broke. We don't really know why my water broke or anything like that. My water broke, and I had like a really bad experience going through the labor, having him, and then dealing with the loss of a child, a baby that I'm never going to see again, a baby that I don't have pictures of. Looking back on it, I kind of regret that I didn't take a picture just to have one, but at the time I was so grief stricken and I couldn't deal with it. So it's been 4 years since that happened, and today I was on Facebook, and Facebook memories come up and all that stuff, and today was the day that I announced that I had him, that he's no longer living, that sort of thing. And his birthday came and went, and I was fine, but that triggered the whole process, the whole emotions, all the stuff I went through at that current time. And I didn't feel like doing nothing. I literally was going to lay in bed all day today. But I got up. I talked to myself like I do. I do something that I like. I hadn't done any makeup. I haven't played in my makeup in a minute. So I did my makeup today. I know I'm not going anywhere. No, I'm not doing anything today. But it's just something to get my mind out of being in that funk, that negative space, that negative area. I talk about Benjamin a lot. Probably not as much as I should, but telling the story about it gets easier and easier a little bit. Talking about it is another way that I deal with my depression, because talking about your feelings, talking about how you are, what's going on, what are you playing in your head, that sort of thing. And even when I say talking about it, it doesn't necessarily mean having a conversation with somebody else. I might write about it. I do a lot of journaling. I have a blog. Sometimes I update it, sometimes I don't. But sometimes I'll get on there and I'll just type out what I'm feeling, and I might never post it. But I'm getting it off my chest. I'm getting it out of my head and that sort of thing. So talking about it, journaling, writing. Sometimes I color to help deal with depression and get me out of the funk, that sort of thing. I try to find hobbies that I like, that make me happy, and kind of do those. Now sometimes you're not going to feel like wanting to do any hobbies or anything like that, and that's fine. Sometimes I feel like that. And it's not necessarily, like I said, I don't have a cure-all to the end of the world. There are times when I just put on the front. I know that I have to go to work. I know I have to do my job. I know I have to provide for my kids. So that's what I'll do. And then I'll come home, take my clothes off, and get right back in my funk and just want to be alone, want to be in the bed, want to be on my phone. I'll get on my phone and just constantly scroll through social media, that sort of thing. Not post a thing, not like anything, but just I'm just doing something. And that's what my mindset is. So that's another thing that I do. So I do activities, that sort of thing. I try to work out. Working out helps me relieve stress, and relieving stress kind of helps with my depression. Like I said, some people need to take medicine, some people need to go to a counselor and talk through it and all this other stuff, and I've done that. I've gone to people, I've taken medicine to try to help with depression, and for me it doesn't really work. I'm not saying that it doesn't work, I won't say that. It doesn't make me feel like I'm normal. I feel like I'm just here. I'm complacent. Like it doesn't give me my bubbly personality. It doesn't make me feel like, I'm a good person, or I'm good mentally. It just calms me. It just makes me feel real level. And I don't like that feeling. Like, I like to experience emotions. I am a very happy-go-lucky person when I'm in a good mood. But there are also times when I'm sad and I don't feel like being happy. I'm very emotional. Anything that happens to me, my friends, my family, I feel like it just happens to me in general. So these sort of things are things that I have to deal with every day. And we in the Black community, we don't talk about depression. It's almost like you're supposed to be able to just get over it. Like you're being sad, or you're just sad, or you're just not feeling it. And that's not the case. Depression is real, not only in white communities, but in Black communities too. And I feel like if we talked about it more, if we made people more aware of it, then it would be easier to handle. It would be a better discussion. It would be easier for people to come to others and be like, hey, this is what I'm feeling right now, without being shut down or told to get over it, or you'll be all right, you can deal with it, that sort of thing. It's not how it goes. It's just not. So yeah, I don't know if this video is going to be helpful to anybody else. I just feel like it's something that I had to get off my chest. It's something that I deal with, and I know there are other people who may follow me, who may look at my videos, that they may deal with it as well. And I just feel like this is something that we need to talk about. This is something that, we need to have open communication about. Like I said, my family doesn't really know about me being depressed as early on as I was, because I didn't talk about it. Like, for what? In high school, or not in high school. In high school, I was a pretty okay kid. Like, in high school, it wasn't that bad, because in high school, I had my group of friends. I had like people that, were cool with me, that sort of thing. Like, bullying didn't really happen to me. I wasn't really dealing with all that. But in middle school, I did. Like, in middle school, I have pictures of me, and looking back on them, I'm like, oh my God, you were small. But in middle school, I was fat. To me, I was fat. To me, I was the tall, fat kid. The girl that couldn't talk to nobody. The girl that wasn't really friends with nobody, except for like my little group of people, like the friend that got talked bad about. And I say the person that got talked bad about, like I was bullied by older girls and all that stuff. And I don't know if it was jealousy or whatever the case may be, but it's over with now. Middle school is middle school. I ain't had no problems getting friends since then. I ain't had no problem being cool with people since then, But in middle school, I hated it. I really did not want to go to school. I tried to be too much like everybody else, wearing weaves, wearing the lip liner, the black lip liner with the lip gloss. Like, I didn't really like that shit on me, but I wanted to fit in, And I went through a lot. I dealt with a lot. In middle school, like 8th grade, I can remember that I wore skirts to school every day. I don't know why. I just got out of the point of wearing pants. I think I wore skirts because I felt like it could cover my body and you wouldn't see how fat I was because the pants hug onto your thighs and all that stuff. And then when I got into high school, I had a moment. I went through a period of phase or whatever where I wanted to be fast and had to try wearing shorts and all that stuff. It was a lot. I was trying to conform to everybody else. I was trying to imitate what I would see others do. That's kind of how I learned how to do hair. That's kind of how I learned how to, you know, do makeup and stuff, because I watch what everybody else do and then I teach myself. But at the time, I was just like, oh, your hair is not good enough to wear out. You don't have long hair. My hair was decent. Like, my hair has always kind of been decent, but I didn't feel that way. I always felt like I was less than what I was, you know? So, I don't want to keep rambling, you know. It's a lot. But I just felt like that this is a good topic to introduce onto my channel, to let you guys know that, hey, I am more than just hair and makeup and weight loss videos. Like, I'm a human being. I deal with problems just like everybody else does. And I think that's what a lot of people don't realize. A lot of people on YouTube deal with a lot. And we just come up here and you look nice. And you look real pretty. And your makeup looks flawless. And you know, it's on fleek. And your hair on fleek. And you... Well, we deal with stuff just like everybody else do. It is what it is. So yeah, I'm gonna go now. So if you guys have any questions, anything that you guys want to see from me, let me know. Leave a comment down in the description box below. I'll try to answer all your questions.
Why do I keep saying leave a comment down in the description box below? I'm gonna get it together one day. Leave
a comment. I'll try to answer it and get back to you guys. So until next time, you guys.